Fearless Disease.
CNN has learned that Admiral Frank Mitch Bradley, who oversaw the operation, told lawmakers today on the Hill that the two survivors did not, as some defense officials have been claiming for months behind the scenes, radio for backup before a second strike killed them. That's according to two sources with direct knowledge of today's closed-door briefings, during which a select group of senators and Congress members were shown classified video of the strikes. Democratic Congressman Jim Himes, who saw the footage, called it, quote, one of the most troubling things I've seen. A short time later, he elaborated on that with CNN's Sheikh Tapper.
The video was enormously disturbing, and I can't describe it in detail, but to tell you that the initial strike, as you might imagine, when a piece of munitions falls on a small boat, did an immense amount of damage, caused a huge amount of fire, and ultimately the end result was two individuals without any weaponry, without any tools of any kind, clinging to a wrecked boat, really what looked like flotsam. And we observed them for a long time, and the commanders involved said that they believed that there might be some chance they would be rescued, that there might be some chance that the cocaine on board could be recovered. But these two individuals, to anyone looking at this thing, would say are moments away from slipping under the waves. The decision was taken to kill them, and that is in fact what happened. And that was pretty hard to watch, I must say.
See, Fearless Disease fans, today we expose the truth they hate to hear. Like right now, if you are ready, Top Intel Dem says video of U.S. boat strike shows war crime. Double tap killing civilians in international waters. Now this is a sad story. Sometimes when you send out orders, you don't want to be able to get people hurt, but you are doing your job as far as what you signed up to do as far as our military. And salute to all our military people here in the USA. I'm very proud to be here in the United States, and I'm glad that we have such a strong army and military. First off, salute to everybody in the military. But as you said, it is sad, no matter if you're on the right side or the left side, the blue or red. It is a sad sight to see people die. There's no way around it. It's very sad. That sometimes that comes with warfare, and that's how things happen. Sometimes doesn't make it right, doesn't make it good, but sometimes, like the young folks said, it is what it is. Okay, so sometimes we have to set our feelings aside and understand that we have to protect our U.S. citizens. And some people are doing some things a little bit wrong. Things happen. I mean, like I said, it's not a good thing or a bad thing, but some things do happen. But let's continue to hear what they have to say about this situation, because this is hot like fish grease right now.
Well, not everyone who saw the video shares that view. Arkansas Republican Senator Tom Cotton, for one.
The first strike, the second strike, and the third and the fourth strike on September 2nd were entirely lawful and needful, and they were exactly what we'd expect our military commanders to do. I saw two survivors trying to flip a boat loaded with drugs bound for the United States back over so they could stay in the fight. I didn't see anything disturbing about it. What's disturbing to me is that millions of Americans have died from drugs being run to America by these cartels.
Well, again, Admiral Bradley said that, at least when it came to radioing for help or backup, the survivors did not do that. And according to our sources, said they did not appear to have radio or other communications devices. Now, you'll remember defense officials have been quietly pushing back on criticism that this was a war crime by arguing in part that they were legitimate targets because they appeared to be radioing for help or backup. Now, today, Admiral Bradley said the two survivors were in no position to make a distress call. Now, if true, it marks yet another shift in a story that has changed considerably since it first broke in the Washington Post earlier this week.
If there were a second strike that killed wounded people wounded in the first strike, are you thinking
number one,
that
I
would be legal?
I don't know that happened. And Pete said he did not want them. He didn't even know what people were talking about. So we'll look into it. But no, I wouldn't have wanted that. Not a second strike. The first strike was very lethal. It was fine, and if there were two people around, but Pete said that didn't happen.
Does that make you?
I have great confidence.
He's saying there's no second strike.
I don't know. I'm going to find out about it. But Pete said he did not order the death of those two men.
And quoting from the initial Washington Post story, quote, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth gave a spoken directive, according to two people with direct knowledge of the operation. The order was to kill everybody, one of them said, which Secretary Hegseth denies, in which the president, as you heard there, said neither he nor Hegseth knew anything about. The next day, the story changed somewhat, with the White House, along with Secretary Hegseth, putting the focus squarely on Admiral Bradley.
See, this is what I kind of don't like. I hope they're telling the truth, but you know this from CNN. That they're flip flopping the story. I don't like Trump's administration doing that. I would prefer for you to just tell the truth. I know sometimes that you may get backlash from news outlets. You may get backlash from the Democrats, but tell the truth. I mean, sometimes we have to use lethal weapons to take out some bad guys. That's just how it is. And I know it's hard for some Americans to hear that, and their feelings erupt. And I understand that. We have to understand that not everybody is good. Not everybody wants to see other people live. They don't care about other people's health. And they said that it's a big problem here in the United States that drugs are really taking out some of our Americans. And not everybody has a strong mind not to take these drugs. So we want to be able to help other people by not allowing those drugs inside of our capital or our complete United States. So we have to do some things that wouldn't be traditional. I'm sorry. And for you guys to lie about it, say it's one way we didn't mean to, another person says that we wanted to do it, tell the truth firsthand, whether it's you meant to or didn't. Say it the first time and let that one story keep on going. So I don't know if it's on the administration doing this or it's on the outlets doing this, but we got to find a better way to be able to get the news out and say it the correct way and keep on running with it. Stop bending down to other people's feelings and their I can't believe we did that. If we did it, just go ahead and say it. Rip the Band-Aid. Don't go back and forth with the American people.
On September 2nd, Secretary Hegseth authorized Admiral Bradley to conduct these kinetic strikes. Admiral Bradley worked well within his authority and the law, directing the engagement to ensure the boat was destroyed and the threat to the United States of America was eliminated.
To clarify, Admiral Bradley was the one who gave that order for a second strike.
And he was well within his authority to do so.
Now, that same admiral seems to have given lawmakers and now us another window into what actually happened. I want to bring in Congressman Jake Auchincloss. Congressman, what is this new information that Admiral Bradley reportedly says that the survivors of the initial strike did not appear to have radio or other communications devices and were in no position to make a call, a distress call? Does it change the government's argument that the secondary strike was legal and justified? Does it, in your opinion, should it?
Anderson, good evening. Doesn't change my interpretation of the events. It makes them more horrific, but I've long stated these are illegal. I commanded a joint training mission to Central America to do drug interdiction operations. I work with Panamanians, I work with Colombians, I commanded reconnaissance, Marines, and naval officers. I know what drug interdiction looks like. It's riverine training, it's jungle training. It is not killing shipwrecked sailors. This is not an operation that falls under the law of armed conflict. This is an operation that falls under law enforcement maneuvers, and neither the first nor the second strike, in my interpretation, are legal, and they are not going to keep Americans safe from drug inflow.
See, that's a lie. That's a bold-faced lie, even though you're here. I'm sorry, it is. It will help. It will help because you don't understand that when you use that much force, that opens up the eyes of other bad guys. And they see this is something that's been on national, international TV, correct? So other people that think like, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and send some more drugs over here in the United States. They see that they're blowing up something, that stops it. This is what people don't understand, that repercussions do stop other people from doing things. They think, what is wrong with some people? That their hate for certain administrations, which was in here, is the Trump administration. They don't understand he moves with the iron fist. And most of the time, iron fists work. That's what I don't agree with you on this one. It will stop. it will decrease it, because people will think twice before they bring drugs back over here in the United States. Understand, oh, we're going to bring some drugs over here next month. Oh, no, we can't do that because Trump's administration is up here blowing up boats. I don't want to die. Makes sense? Man, stop playing around with these people, man. Trump is not playing with them. I don't agree with everything that Trump does because he needs to handle certain things, but at the end of the day, he does some righteous things for us over here in the United States. But you already know how we do. We get down. Smash that like. Tap next video. It's going to be up on here. Subscribe. Hit that bell. The Cash App Fearless Disease is in the description if you're rocking with the movement. See you in the next one. Stay rich. Stay fearless.